Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, where it has been a while. We are on Circle 13, day 6 of Circle 13. It's been a long time. And it's been so long because, well, this has been built. And oh, did it take forever. It just felt like the game's been running for ages and ages and ages. I've also built a little platform here and changed the distribution post here, because I realised we need more outputs for this one here. And over here we have a gear workshop, which is not running at full speed because it's not got enough power, but it is doing enough. We have got loads of gears, actually, loads of gears on there, because this was taking forever to build. And we only need to build 4 of these, so yeah, all is good, all is good. So what we want to do is get the water district running. To help things up, because we are struggling. I mean, this is not full on water, and it's not really filling up on water, and this is it's got 99 water in it. I'll complain for that, but so it's got water in it, but yeah, I feel like we could do it more. I've had a little path here across between the two just to help distribution, so carrots can come down here and water can go back easier. So let us build one of these. I did set one of these to be a higher priority, I believe. Yeah, so this one should get built, and then once that one is built, we can change the gate systems. We can say, hey, bring some food into here, as well as some planks and logs, and then we will export the water out and then send some beavers over. I have built more breeding pods, but we're still struggling for beavers right now. Still, it's taking a while. I think we had a big I can't see it in there, but I think I had like 5 people die in one day, which really set back stuff. So yeah, we've got 1 beaver unemployed out here, which is kind of what we want. We're gonna have to send more beavers over when I figure out exactly how many beavers go into what distribution posts and things. So we'll see. I might just increase this. Like that. Say, hey, any spare beavers can go working, but this is a low priority, so we'll go off and do something else. So yeah. Okay, so we'll be back once this is built, and then we will open up the water district, and all our beavers can be no longer dying of thirst. Okay, so we have our distribution post built, and oddly enough can actually be staffed from this district here because it's close enough, so it's on pause. So we want to move some beavers over, get them pumping water, and then get them distributing the water out. But we don't have enough beavers to do that. We really don't. I've got 1 spare beaver in my entire world. So we need to get more. Many more. We have plenty of berries. Water's not going to be a problem. So I feel like I can kind of spam the these around and get a big influx of beavers, which may be an issue, but we'll deal with that later. Getting rid of beavers is a lot easier than making new beavers, so we'll do that. We'll put in 5 down there and we'll get them all boosted, all running. I should really be up here for this one. This is going to become, I don't know what it's going to become. Maybe this will just be a little bit here. I'm not sure what we're going to do here at all at the moment. We need like a little district that's just purely breeding beavers. That's all it needs to be. So that might become this here. We might just take a little bit of land out here and put berries in here, and then just have it purely breeding, and then just sending adult beavers out. They can go. We'll just keep like 1 or 2. I think that might work. Might do the job. We'll see how it goes. Make it up as we go. Right now everything else is working fine. We are running low on planks, which is to be expected. They are struggling down here, although they're almost finished, but we're doing well. The planks have held up actually surprisingly well. I think we go through phases of where the population drops, so there's not many workers, so this can pick up, and then it counters and comes back in. So okay, we'll be back again. I was going to be like, hey, let's get the water going, but there's no point in sending like 1 or 2 beavers over here. We need to send more than that, because we need to actually get the water going. Otherwise, the beavers just aren't going to make it. They just aren't going to make it. So we'll carry on building a little bit more, which we can do, and do some of these, and then we will get a mass of beavers, and then hopefully we can send the beavers to the water district, and they can have fun in the water park. Okay, we are back, and there have been some developments. Now, the previous 2 parts of this episode were recorded basically straight after the last one aired, and everything was fine and dandy. But then there was an update, and it broke things. Broke things in a terrible way. All the beavers that were in this district here died. They died from starvation, even though there was food. I'm going to pause it now because there isn't food right now, but even though there was food, they died. They died because there was no food. But more importantly, when I decided, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat some food in and do that, because I left it unattended for a while and I shouldn't have done, but I'll cheat some food in just to keep them alive, and then I'll explain what's going on. But even when I did that, and I filled this with 200 carrots, none of the beavers were going to eat from it, and they all just died within a few hours of daybreak. So before the hand in the top right corner even got to like midday, or the up position, they were all dead. And it was weird. It was the update had broken something, and I couldn't figure it out. Now, I was either going to let them all die and then just spawn new beavers in, and that might have worked. But I did try that. I did try spawning some new beavers in, and then they started getting hungry, and no food was being eaten from the district, from the warehouse. So something went wrong with our warehouse. So what I've done is I reloaded the game back to the previous one, so we're back at the previous levels we were, and I deleted the building. I instant rebuilt it using the development menu, and then put 100 carrots in there, and all the beavers rushed to it and ate through it. So the problem was the warehouse, and I don't know why, but now it's apparently fixed. But it's not fixed. We still don't have any food. Water is a problem. Everything's an issue, because we have 44 beavers in this district. We've really jumped beavers. And it's not that we're not producing enough food. We definitely have some, but this is full. This is 200 full here. I think we've got 303 here now. So we've got the carrots. We just aren't sending anyone over to do it. What I've done is I have set this to have 8 beavers in it, but it doesn't have enough. So we need to send more beavers over to here, so that we can send more food back to here. That's the idea. Now, I think this has got some logs in it, but nothing else really. This has got nothing in it. I'm not quite sure why. Something I need to keep an eye on things. I'm wondering whether some of the warehouses bugged out. I didn't see anything anywhere online that anyone mentioned buildings bugged out with the latest update. So maybe it's just me, just a little claw. I don't know. But we'll carry on and we'll see how it works. So we need to send more beavers over, so more beavers can get into here and shift the food up to here. Now we are shifting food down, which is good, and I think the beavers are just eating it straight away, which is fine, not a problem. But we need to do migration, and migration has changed. It's got a new way of doing things, and it's the old way of doing things at the same time, which is really good. There are now 2 buttons here. There is migration out and migration in, and all these 2 buttons do here is bring up the same page with a slight difference. So if I go migration out, but it loads up this navigation migration page here, which at the top has the old manual migration system. So you can say, hey, I want to send 10 beavers to somewhere else. Now this is basically the old system. The old system was I click a district, I choose the next district, and I send 10 beavers out to it, or, well, in this case you can send back as well. So that's good. You can pick whatever district you want here, which one you're sending from, which one you're sending to, or just district 1 and 2, and then send 1, 10, all of them, or send them back, whatever you want to do. Fantastic. Now, when the new system came in, the previous system came in, I should say, it had this automatic migration, but it was very difficult to do manual. You had to sort of like send beavers up and down and left, right, and everywhere. Now we've got this, you can just force, you can send, okay, I want 10, go. The automatic system will overwrite this in a sort of way. It's not technically applicable for iron teeth so much, I think, because of the way the breeding pods work, although it could be if you had multiple breeding pods in places. But the idea is you can set minimums for your beavers, your adults and children and child beavers, for each of your districts, and you can set them to allow them to either send or receive beavers. The idea being, if you had district 1 here, and we said to say a minimum of 20, it would send 24 adult beavers out to anywhere else that was below its minimum. But if it was to then have some beavers die and it dropped below 20, so say 4 beavers died and it dropped to 16, anywhere else that is above the minimum, so say you had some breeding pods over here and this one went from 15 to, I don't know, 16 beavers, this would send the beaver back to here to balance. That I like. That's probably more applicable for folktales where you can have, say, enough buildings for 24 beavers in each place and you want a minimum of 20, so if some beavers die off, you haven't got to worry about workplaces not happening and suddenly, you know, your factories die because somebody who was working in the fields on the farms died and then there was no food and everyone dies. Instead, it will send beavers, idle beavers from somewhere else over, depending on the minimum levels. So that I like a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, we want 20 beavers here. Okay? And District 1 is going to automatically send them out because it has a minimum of 0. Now the minimum for District 1 is going to be like 4 or 5 or something in the end, because we're just going to have breeding pods and maybe a bit of science. The odd gatherer, perhaps. That's it. But we need like 4 for here, which will deal with the breeding pods. And then maybe science and gathering. That's going to be it. So, nah. So the minimum we want for this one is going to be, I'm going to say 4. Right. So it won't ever go below 4. We need more than that right now because we have the water and we have all these other buildings doing things, but they won't be there. Plus, it won't need a distribution outpost because it's not going to send goods anywhere ever. Oh, I have the hiccups, right. It has berries and that's it. It's never going to send the berries out anywhere because no one else needs berries. It's going to be the breeding district. That's it. We might even move this district centre over here and have this do berries here. And then chop it off and then make this part back here something else. Maybe wood back here. Plenty of trees back here. We could make it wood. Have another district over here and have that district go through District 1 to like the centre point here. Kind of. I would have really liked to have edited this map actually now I think about it. And let me unlock the camera. Hold on, let me camera free mode. And that lets you zoom out way further. What I would have liked to have done is maybe curve this around even further and have a bay here. And then have like an island in the centre where District 1 would be, and then each district around the edge will do it. This map has inspired me, but we're going to carry on playing on this map unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong, and then maybe I'll make my own one. I don't know. A creator map is fine. I love this. This is really good. This is an excellent map. There is a link in the description below if you want it. It's fantastic. Just kind of would like to semi-mirror it over so this comes around further and the water just pours out a bit here. Instead of having it up like this, the water just comes over. And then, there's each area and then a raised area in the centre for just District 1. For doing this challenge. Purely for the challenge. We've been a map designed purely for this challenge. So, that'd be it. Anyway, so we now have 20 beavers over here, which will migrate over. It says they've already migrated, but obviously they haven't got jobs yet because they haven't come here. We now need to get this district out because this is also important. This needs to be sending water out to different places. So I built 4 distribution posts. There's going to be more. Each district's basically, a lot of the districts are going to have many beavers working in the posts, but each post is going to deliver to a separate district. So this water one is going to have a distribution post for each individual district in the world. If there was a central island place, I might have considered sending everything to there and everything beyond, and have like a mass storage, put loads of warehouses in and what else in that, and just have it mass storage and have beavers work there, just distributing things around. It would speed up things, but also slow it down at the same time. If that makes sense. It would speed up things because these would be walking for less distance, and then they would be walking. But it would mean you'd have to have many more beavers to do it. So that might happen in the future. We don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so what is this going to need? This is going to need, one, it's going to need a gate. And I'm going to put the gate right here. Because that just makes life so much easier for everything. Okay, here. Boom. There we go. Okay. And we're going to set our distribution limits by connecting the road. Disconnecting these two like this. And we're going to set our distribution limits to be, everything can be fine. That's the high. So if we import, everything it will only go up to 100, which is fine. But we want to set water to a minimum of 100, so we don't send any water out that we want to keep, because we want to keep water. This is going to have a lower priority and have 4 workers in it because this is basically going to be what's moving things around. As in what's going to be picking up from the pumps and moving it around. You may get distribution posts in here, I don't know. But we want 2, 6, 7, 8, 16 beavers minimum here. So I'm going to go with 20. I'm going to go with 20. That seems like a good idea. Boom, you, my great population, you are going to have a minimum of 20. Boom. Now that's taken loads of beavers from here. I'm going to up the beavers in this district as well. We want, only probably want 4 in here. But right now we want 4 for the workers, 5, 6 for the gatherers, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I think that's it. We don't need anybody distributing stuff. We will do, actually. So 11. So I'm going to say 20. Oh, no, what? We're going to say 20. 20. There. But now this is going, hey, there's no beavers. There's a bit. It will take from other districts because, hey, there's not enough. We don't have enough beavers in the world. If District 3 for some reason had 21 beavers, it would send them back. That's what it means. No other district is going to get more beavers to it because we're not sending any beavers. We're not producing beavers anywhere else. So we're just not doing it. So with that being said, let's unpause the game for a moment, let it do its thing, repause it, and hopefully beavers have got jobs. There's no beavers in this district. Oh, you've got jobs. Nope. Okay, so it's still redoing stuff, still figuring things out. Let's let it go. Let's let it do its thing. What I think we can do is we can pause all of these or make them like the lowest priority. Means no beavers are going to work inside these at all, which means we're not going to get any water. No water left. Okay, but there we go. And then they'll go elsewhere. If we do get more beavers here, which we will do because we're breeding, we will just have pumps. We just let them work in the pumps. That's fine. Okay, so unpause. Let's have a look. See here. So boom, here we go. We now have 20 homeless beavers. Now this is something as well. You do need to build houses for all your beavers everywhere. Haven't done. Need to do that. What I want to do is unlock the row house, which we can do. We've got nearly 8,000 science because I've left it running for a long time. So I can unlock the row housing, and we can actually squeeze it in, like here and here and here and here. It's really good. There's space for it. So that's good. These shelter 8. So 8, 16. I'll put more down here. 24, 32. We've only got 20 beavers. We will have more because of how things go. So what we want to do now is we want to unlock or open this one and this one. Actually, no. This one and this one because the furthest one's away. You are going to add a route to here. And that route is going to be, if I can scroll down, okay, water. Put on. You are going to add a route to here. And that route is going to be water. You are going to remove your water route. Okay? Now water should be distributed everywhere. But this one needs to be enabled. And it needs to add a route to here, which is going to be carrots. There we go. So that should keep everywhere fed and watered and absolutely fantastic. We're going to keep 100 water minimum in this district, so it won't send all its water out. At least one of these spots will have 100 water in it. You send out... I don't know what your distribution limits are. Hold on. I don't think we set any to 0. Water to 0. Oh yeah, because we were pumping water here. So this can now be 0. We're not fussed about that anymore. We don't have to worry about that. And you're going to take 100 water in. Might say more than that. Don't know. We might figure that out later. This one might need more than that if it's the breeding area. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this one here because Timberborn has just completely frozen and quit on me, as you can see from my wonderful logo. So we'll leave this one here. We'll come back next time and we'll carry on from there. Damn you, Timberborn. I hope you save. This episode has been long in the making and almost made me want to give up, but But we'll carry on. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.